working. I don't know if this is working. It sounds like I do have audio. I think we should be good. Alright. Play some games. Let's try this story, see what's up. Yes. Keep it normal. Digging this art style we got going on here. Pretty sweet.
Don't I know you, sir?
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
One and only.
Ah, what are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
I'm Molly. Howdy.
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
A couple.
Any of them true?
Jack, be nice.
A few.
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's gang in Bannock, Montana? Is that where you started as a bounty hunter? That's what it says in this here dime novel.
Don't believe everything you read in them dime novels, boy.
Boy.
First man I hunted was back when I was riding with Billy the Kid.
You knew Billy the Kid?
Damn right. That scrawny son of a bitch had no fear. Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I heard he collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawmen who crossed him.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. And Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell.
Alright. Telling some stories. Now I'm chilling at the bar, I assume.
It was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs. I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies.
Sensitivity, though. We're gonna
But before I tell you why I want that sumbitch dead,
A little bit.
let me tell you what happened that day.
Just a little redonkulous.
I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Had a
Funny, haha.
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
Yeah, this is a good-looking game. Fantastic-looking game, actually. Oh, well, I don't mind if I do. Turn to the hideout. Let's go.
That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
Who's that?
Is he with us?
Okay.
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh, yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast.
Nope.
Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead.
Okay. They'd be surrounding us, okay.
Fire at will! Spread out, goddammit! Come on!
Get him! They're coming from the rear!
I decided to help Billy and the boys out a bit. So that's just what I did. As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kid's apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
Oh, you're right there. Think I did? Found a secret.
Watch out! He's one of them! God
Level
damn
up.
it, he's...
What do I level up here? A skill point. Okay. What is it? What are we doing here? Dual wield revolvers. That's the only one I can do. Let's just keep it simple.
Where the hell's Garrett? Never around when you need it! Come on!
Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off.
Good job.
You hear me?
Oh, I see.
You think you can kill me too?
I'm gonna try.
Leave him to me!
Still, one of them reached the water tower. Not a bad idea. It would be a turkey shoot from up there.
That's kind of cool. So they can straight up just headshot me.
I'll do you myself!
Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed.
Let's do this!
A lot of them were saddle tramps or sod busters or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks.
There.
Guess you had enough! You can't take us all on!
Got him, I left. No vaulting here.
Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you!
Try aiming, you idiots!
Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house.
That's the back door.
I cut their numbers in half, but that just made the ones that were left twice as mad. They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo. It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house.
Pretty bad slog.
And
I'll
like
tell you
that, I was inside,
dead, you
none the
bastards!
worse for wear. I passed Dirty
Oh.
Dave,
Whoops.
Deader
Look,
than a
Dirty.
rat in a
and
trap!
upstairs I found Billy and Charlie Baldry.
Spot as a whip.
Billy looked at me and said, "About time, amigo. Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm. I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming.
Where the hell Gary get you? He's missing all the action!
That's when Charlie got hit.
No, no,
They're catching
Charlie.
us in a crossfire, shouted Billy. Get to the other side!
There we go.
I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. They got a Gatling, Billy shouted. Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention. He directed that order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? But I went anyway. Dumbass that I was back then.
What can I do here? I think I'm gonna need that.
Poor sons of bitches are
Many would have fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have. Like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack, he's just joshing with you.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Graves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas, ma'am. Now, where was I?
You were heading for the barn.
For that barn.
Gonna make you bleed! fallen foes.
Hello.
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up. Finally, I had the stables within my reach.
Another guy comes, I can feel it.
And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star.
That tin star.
You challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
Oh, it's real floaty. That's interesting. Okay.
And that you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables.
Oh. I hit a chicken. Ah. That's it.
Step inside,
Hold on.
and
I kind of want to keep this thing going. What is this? Don't say. Sure.
last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on. How did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
Honorably killed. I'll take it. No, just in case. I'd rather just still have fun here.
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, the bastard had clocked me with his Colt.
And the kid surrendered?
When he realized there was no getting out of there alive.
So they locked you up in Lincoln?
Indeed they did. Sentenced me to hang right along with the kid.
Fistful hot lead. Alright.
It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after. He was with John Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine. Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence. Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move. He shot Jim Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape too.
Oh, yeah, open that door. Oh.
My first order of business was finding a firearm.
And then the secret. Well, that's gonna burn that place down.
Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun.
That's pretty cool.
I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did.
Anybody see Billy? Shut Jim down! Eyes forever!
Hell yeah! That scattergun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing. Guards were everywhere looking for him.
Can't let the kid get away!
I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks
Like a
where I
damn
could, but some of that wood was slippery as hell. The whole town was up in arms.
Oh, no. Don't go that way.
Anybody see him?
That way we go.
Suddenly, I was a fugitive.
Assuming here, right? No? Huh. Space the jump. That's not bad.
How the hell did the kid escape? Garrett's gonna kick our ass! Can't have gotten far!
Go ahead.
Gotta be around here somewhere.
So that bastard you were after, what did he do?
He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever gonna find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there. I tried to be stealthy and sneak my way past.
This town doesn't have a
Oh, they're
moment's peace.
sneaking in this game. I don't believe that, but we're gonna try. Oh, I do have my pistol? Oh yeah, I do.
You! But hell, if they weren't all waiting for me. Apparently, some of them thought I was Billy.
You hooligans can go to hell.
I got to get an attempt to sneak in.
Let's do this! He's in town somewhere!
See, me and the
Why would
kid
I?
shared a certain similarity in build and coloring. I was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean-ass shotgun.
You won't get away with this! They're shooting in the street!
Huh, let's keep the shotgun.
Leave him to me! Get your headstone!
There's children here.
We can take him!
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I knew I needed to find a horse. Though I never did have a great fondness for those four-legged grass eaters. Smelly, sweaty, ungrateful beasts. You prize them too high, if you ask me.
I don't get paid enough for this!
But where was the kid while you were busy getting shot at?
Gone. And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free. So I could be a hapless decoy and draw attention while he snuck out of town.
Well, that son of a gun.
I knew if I made it out of there in one piece, no one would put a price on my head.
Because everybody in Lincoln would be dead?
Everybody.
No, because they all thought I was Billy. And all that blame would fall on him. Meanwhile, Deputy Bob Ollinger was organizing a posse to put me down. He was already a mean son of a bitch, but he was doubly pissed that I stole his mean-ass shotgun. Anyway, it was me or them, and the only way forward led me straight to perdition. But the cards were dealt, and I had no choice but to play them.
Those headshots.
Get away! We can take him!
Fast reload, I like that.
Come out, you yellow bastard!
I like that.
Damn good shot! You can run, but you can't hide!
Well, that's not entirely.
Not can you! Time to die!
Finally, I found what I was looking for.
What I
The
find.
stables on the edge of town.
I guess Billy saved your ass. taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Well, sure he did. He dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. "Hello, Bob," I said. "I think you better let me go." And he says, "I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun."
Can I use the
So
shotgun
we stood
against
there
him?
in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself. I killed him in a fair fight. Everybody saw I had no damn choice.
Hey,
Well-
killed him honorably. That's all.
Lincoln got a mite depopulated that day. Pat Garrett gunned down Billy 3 months later.
So where'd you go after Lincoln?
Mexico. Until I realized nobody was
Went after
looking
John
for
Wilkes
me.
Booth.
I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
I was hired to help them track down the cowboys.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
Truth be told, a bullet for the old man. Hot damn.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh,
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. And yes, he was working for old man Clanton. I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there!
I did my best to help those poor passengers. Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None.
Yeah, a whole lot of none there,
It was
buddy.
then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often did.
Oh no!
They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads, making use of the high ground and whatever else.
Oh, him.
Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force. See, at the time, I was still pretty green and would often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks.
Hey, buddy.
I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first. Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up. Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim.
Oh, I guess I might as well look at this. What's this? Well,
Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
Stand and fight!
I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this?
No one will ever find you here!
I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going. And that's when something miraculous happened.
what?
Like manna from heaven, I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. That Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know. And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running. And the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir.
Oh, I failed my two throws. Third though.
I came at them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds.
No one will ever find you here!
It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
Oh, did I get another door? Got one of those. Okay.
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, "Clanton, I'm coming for you!" A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till kingdom come. But I knew I could not let that deter me. Not if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun.
Man, I would like to.
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
What? I'm behind the rock. Was I not? Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Things you don't expect for a hunter now. What? Where do you want me to go?
They're gonna need a dust pad to pick you
Oh. Shoot that out here.
What a piece of crap! I don't know how you live this long.
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
The OK Corral. No points available.
A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
So, what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why. But first I need to tell you about the cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocious.
Earp's coming!
Get ready, boys. Curly Bill took charge of the cowboys upon the old man's demise, and after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge. So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil.
That's not a person.
Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
I'm ending you.
There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. That's how the cowboys identified each other, and I was beginning to wish I had one myself. But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed,
Oh, come on, let me.
and that's what drove me forward.
Is that way? There we
They
go.
say that Ringo was infernally fast.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cap.
Earp wasn't much of a match for him, but Doc Holliday might have taken him.
That lunger should have kept his nose out of it. They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
but everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back. That was common knowledge.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal? Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as big as a man.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, right.
I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot. Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack. Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover.
What do we got here? Yeah.
Time to fill you full of lead.
Oh, got the shot off.
You can't hide.
Oh, I picked up the shotgun.
Get him from the side. You come out and I will. Don't let that asshole get away with this. There he is. Look out!
Oh, nice. I can shoot my dynamite out of here.
What are you gonna do?
There were carts everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
Oh, look at that. I'm afraid to go near that.
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience.
Squirrely.
I'm painting a picture here.
Yeah, okay.
There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand.
Oh. Yep, I'm gonna have to guess last stand.
Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
Oh.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared.
Oh.
They just wanted me out in the open.
I thought wrong on that one.
Come on out, son. Let's see what you got. Time to dance with the devil. Come out, you yellow bastard. You work it out.
Theodosius gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to be found.
Just let me do it.
I knew you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
Next time, Johnny Ringo. Oh,
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
when you grabbing that gun, boy.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true. Doc Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo.
There we go. Only kill.
I was paid a healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
Now, wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did. I knew I needed resources if I was
I know
going to
this
track
all
down
works. I
Roscoe
think,
Bob Bryant.
That should
And hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick.